Hello and welcome to my channel, my beautiful soul tribe. And I am Gigi with Conversing Through Love and Light. We are going to be talking about what to expect with the full moon the end of December 2020 into the new year with 2021 and what we can expect to see with the start of this. And my channel is here to give you guidance and to share insights. I'm not licensed. It's done more purely to just share. I hope you've all had a beautiful end of 2020. It's New Year's Eve finished and we are now stepping into the new year. I've already shuffled, I've already pulled, and then we're going to go ahead and read through. We've got 4 different decks we're working with. We have 1 tarot and then 3 oracles to use today. So with that, let's get to it and see what we're going to start with. Do some self-reflection with the end of the year and the Cancer full moon that happened on the 30th of December. With that self-reflection, we're seeing the way for the path to go forward into the new year. Walking now more pure after the self-reflection, doing some healing work, things like that. As I said, the path. We're seeing a new way. We're going to step through that portal we've been talking about, purity. Living more with that white, pure light instead of all the toxicity and negativity that we've all kind of had to deal with it from time to time in our lives. And as we work into and embrace this purity of our inner self, our inner child, we find our power. We find our sovereignty, that gentle, calm power, not having to yell and scream and shout, but to stand there strong within who we are. And we've got the King of Wands, and the Chariot. So we're finding our passions, learning how not to be so hasty. King of Wands typically can be a little hasty and aggressive, very passionate. Or it could be someone you know who has those qualities of themselves. Since we've got the Queen of the Moon and the King of Wands. So this could also be a couple that we're talking about or something along those lines. The Chariot is talking about moving forward and finding more of a balance with the Page of Cups. Youthful, vibrant, that pure energy, not quite such the big time, but standing within, taking from her own cup, her own love, taking care of herself. And the King of Swords, more mind over matter, instead of always leaving from that passionate heart side. We have somebody who might be doing a little extra thinking before they act, learning how to incorporate all these energies to fight past those devil energies. And devil energies are going to be things that try to pull us down, fear, anxiety, things like that. But fear not, judgment's on its way. So as long as we don't give in to these energies, as long as we continue to fight past those, we're going to have something come in with the judgment. Basically, with this one, it's like calling the dragons home to be able to come and fight back for our battles. So we're basically going in and fighting within our own battles instead of trying to fight the world. Learning that power, that sovereignty, how to keep calm even in the midst of chaos. And then we have a little bit of self-reflection with the Hermit. I really just not want to show, but that's the Hermit card. Inner knowledge, taking some time to reflect within. As we've already said, we have that self-reflection. We've been having some moments of looking inward. We have the Knight of Swords, so moving forward with offers, things along those lines. Knight of Swords can be hasty, a little extra assertive, especially when moving in with some of these other energies. This masculine that I feel is a strong-minded person. Sometimes it might be a little hard to talk with them. But then we have the Six of Cups, which is reminiscing, looking back on old times. So that kind of goes in with these reflective moments. Possible, again, this could be union, because this could be reunion of these two energies. So we could have somebody who's done the self-reflections, doing some inner work, and thus triggering their other person to start kind of walking through these battles, fighting through their energies as well, so that way they can have a reunion and come together. Yeah, definitely feel like that's what this could for sure be. Got the World. We're having an ending to these moments. We're starting to look into the way to begin again, leaving that which no longer does us any good, leaving all this fire and like, think about it like a volcano in the lava and it's come down, but all you had was enough time to grab 3 wands, your 3 personal things that matter the most to you. So for me, I think of it kind of like mind, body, soul. So you walked out with what you need, just yourself. And you're taking one look back before you decide that it's time to renew again. With the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is the fire, passion, creation, creativity. So you might have a bright new idea that's come through that you want to move forward with the ending of one cycle and starting a new year. And then we have working through with self-love and learning to surrender. There we go. And we've had Justice come through, as well as Judgment. With Transformation, the Death card. There we go. That way you can see him. The Scales of Justice have come through. We're having a transformation. We're letting go of things. Cannot make this up. 4 Wands. Look at these two. This is a union. You guys are working through some things that you've been battling with each other on. Trying to get one to open their mind, while the other has been going through some, well, actually both. They both have been going through some deep work and figuring things out, so that way they can try to come together. We have learning to, imagine that one. We're learning to release the control on our emotions, allowing our emotions to flow a little more freely. It comes with that purity, understanding that we're allowed to have our emotions, we're allowed to feel, we're allowed to express. And if somebody's not allowing you to do that, you need to think through on that. That's where these reflective moments come through, and deciding, is this somebody I need to keep within my life, or is this somebody that's just trying to pull me wool over my eyes, keep me trapped within these devil energies. Now you're starting to get that power coming back through, starting to understand these things and going, no, no, no. I have my emotions, but I know how to control them. Divine union. Here we go again. So this is a pure energy of a masculine as a green dragon. I really wish I could get this to pick up. There you go. That way you can kind of see him a little bit more. This is the dragon, and this is Gaia. And you see, we've got a birth. So for somebody, we can have a birth coming here soon. For others, this is, again, a spark of something new. A new idea. A rebirth of something. But you can see these two have come together. Gaia is going to help us. We need to just remember to sit back. We have a moth here. Again, moths and butterflies are more kind of transformative symbols. But she's got a glow around her. She actually is sitting within herself and glowing. It definitely says to take a moment, listen. Don't be that person that operates from those ego, devilish energies. Take your power, use your higher mind, become a sacred listener. Choose to listen openly, not listen just to reply, but to actually openly hear what somebody's saying, so that way you can communicate more effectively. It also will help these two, or just in general in your life, to be able to discuss, to be able to have more heartfelt conversations with people, being able to actually open and fully listen before just retorting to somebody to retort, or assuming you know what they were going to say. You actually sit quietly and listen. Same thing for hearing with Gaia and getting her directions on what we need to do, reconnecting, grounding within ourselves. Here we go again, born innocent. This is that purity we were talking about. Starting anew, letting go, surrendering of our past. All the trials, the tribulations that brought us to where we were. Now we are free of those. We get to begin again. Here's that ball of fire. There's that spark that we were talking about. That burst of new energy coming through. And we have take action. We're supposed to move forward with this. There we go with that sword again. We have somebody who knows how to control their thoughts. You see, she's not threatening with it, but she wields it like she knows what she's going to do with that. It's that you keep coming at me kind of Queen of Swords energy, and I will cut you down. That's the Morgana. And then Morgan Le Fay is healing. So we're cutting out things that no longer do us any good, that do not serve their purpose, and we are going to be healing. We are now working, again, you can see she's got more of that calm, controlled power. She's walking through with more assured, more assertive. Knows how to talk with her elders, her spirit guides, her ancestors. When trying to figure things out and you can't quite solve the riddle, we find our wise men, our wise women, our elders, our equals who are along these same vibrations, or maybe just a little bit further ahead of us. So that way we can get some more insight and see something we may not be able to. Sometimes it takes a outside perspective to be able to kind of give you a new way of seeing. With this new open heart surgery that we've gone through. Again, coming through more pure. Now we're starting to understand the balance, the chariot, the balance of these things. And finding again our strength starting to understand the signs and the synchronicities that are coming through, knowing that everything that happens, there's a purpose behind it, there's a reason. I cannot freaking make this stuff up. There's a solution, there's a beautiful solution on its way. And you see, she's speaking. This is the throat chakra. This talks about communication. We've had a transformation within that area. We're speaking more from soul level. We're not speaking to hurt. We're not speaking to cause pain. We're not speaking from our egos. We're speaking from our higher selves. We're discussing things more, again, open-heartedly, to have a whole, to begin again. And you see, we've got the two dragons, rebirth. We're now operating as one, but two separate entities. This is definitely at least one couple. Up to 5 is what I hear. But 1 to 5 couples are actually coming together within these energies this month. It could be more, but definitely these strong power couples, because these are two very strong energies coming in. We've been now, the muse, given a new way to be with the bottom of the deck. This one's got a bit more. This deck is very talkative. We have the cup of love. There's that Ace of Cups. There's that new beginning. Here's the new beginning of love, starting with yourself, filling your cup from within. Filling your cup from within. You see she's calm, she's tranquil, but you can see there's a power still within her. You can see that knowledge is coming through and feeling within. And starting to walk. Cannot make this stuff up, I'm telling you guys. There's a union for sure. Walking with the universe. Working in perfect harmony. One instrument is off just a little bit within the symphony, and you've all heard it doesn't quite sound right. When you work in perfect harmony with, it is music. It is pure music to the soul. And this is what this is. We are starting to work into that perfect alignment within, walking our paths more confidently. There's that path we were talking about. Starting to work with the soul tribe, working with your people, working with the divine, working with your ancestors, finding your people. You're starting to get a community together. It doesn't have to be huge. For most people, and sorry, notice something else. We've got 41 over here. We've got 4, 11, so 12 and 22, 21. So there's an 11, and there's 2, 22. There is a lot of synchronicities right here within 2. So these could be numbers that you're seeing coming through. 4s or patterns of 4s. 11, 2s or patterns of 2s as well. There's 12 in my hand again, so definitely the number 12. But yeah, starting to work within, work with finding your right group. As I was saying, it doesn't have to be a big group. It can be a small group. It may only be 3 or 4 of you. But those 3 or 4 of you together are a hell of a team. Bearing fruit. You're starting to see where this path can go. You are starting to see the flourishing of this better soil, this new earth, like we talked about when I posted on Facebook about a reading that I did. And that new soil we are planting our roots in is going to bear us fruit because it's more rich with nutrients. There we go, get the right word out. but more rich with more nutrients. Sorry guys, my nose. I'm a very sinusy lady, and today definitely is one of those days. It's a little more free-flowing, but definitely having more of a rich soil to plant our ideas and our inspirations within. We have the connection where you were start feeling like you were standing on one side of this and they were on the other, and there was this gap between the two of you. Now the sun is starting to clear the mist, and you see there's this beautiful solution. Where'd she go? Oh, she's in here. We have this beautiful solution if we just let it come to see. You take away that area we were not noticing before, and here we have land bridges over across to this other piece of land where there's already a connection waiting for the two. Woo! It's like a little kind of area that you can sit down in or meditate within. I can't remember what these are called off the top of my head at the moment. Kind of like a gazebo. There we go. And then, you know, that way they can actually come together for that union we were talking about. Instead of this area down here where they were seeing each other, trying to figure out how to get to each other, but weren't quite able to do it. Now that we've done some of this extra work we needed to do, the mist starts to clear. And here is that solution. We just gotta wait for that mist to clear a little bit. Put you back in there. And then we've got, there's that sacred listener again. Open your ears, use your heart chakra, use your higher source to fully listen and see what is going on. To be more keen, to use our higher source to operate from within that knowing. There we go. And listening more from the signs, synchronicities, hearing that voice from within yourself, giving you this guidance that you're looking for. And seeing beyond. Using that higher source we were just talking about. But seeing beyond, man, I cannot talk. Beyond, there we go. Using our mind's eye instead of that ego. We're operating from that higher consciousness. We're starting to see where these things can come in to help us to bridge that gap. We now understand that we are all connected, and we carry the key within ourselves to unlock that. But it has to be up to us to take that key to unlock the lock and connect in with Gaia, with La Luna, with divine purpose, with the rest of the soul tribe. Your light is bright. Are you ready to take that key and start to move towards this? Take a moment and quiet your mind. Do that inner reflection. Hear yourself and your spirits. Talk with them. Open that lotus blossom. Start to bloom. This is beautiful, you guys. There's Gaia again coming through with hers. Ground in, connect with her. She wants to share her bounty. She wants to help you. There you are. Bear this brighter, more rich and abundance of knowing, of being. Surrendering and letting go of no longer what serves us is allowing this to happen. There's two hummingbirds coming together from love. They are dancing with this twine. They are not feeling like they have to fight with this anymore. And this is a combining. This is a union. Look at how beautiful that is. You just have to let go of that which no longer serves. And trust me, I know not let go sometimes is really hard. Even I've felt that from time to time. And the end of 2020 brought a hard let go. Like, it shook our whole household and our whole family. But we all understand that sometimes you can only hold space for people. You cannot be there to carry those heaviness of wands. Otherwise, you're going to get stuck within that volcanic eruption. And it's only going to continue to bring you down. Whereas if you just take your wands, those little 3 of wands that little dragon had that was running away, not even running away, but walking away, rephrase that. But a little dragon who took his 3 wands, right here, looked over his shoulder one last time, took that deep breath, let go, and started to move past, started to walk forward, started to go through that portal to let go and surrender to the new that is coming in. These new energies that are coming in. This combination of knowing and being this pure energy and having the courage to do so. Taking that energy and that guidance from the spirit lion to stay strong, to stay proud. He's not the biggest animal. He is not the strongest nor the fastest animal. Yet he rules his kingdom with that power that he knows exists, that sovereignty that we were talking about. You can be kind and gentle, but when you need to, you can let that ferocity out. This is absolutely beautiful, you guys. That king, the royal you. Hello, beautifuls. You are embracing your true selves. You are embracing your true power by willing to release that no longer serves us. Letting go brings us this new, brings us in these new energies, finding ourselves that power of purpose. You're finding your true purposes, your divine purposes, why you are here. Having these close encounters with our spirits, with our spirit guides, our spirit animals, with our ancestors, you may have even had a close encounter with this person. Maybe you crossed each other's paths, but you hadn't quite realized who each other are for each other yet. But you both, there's 2, are transforming and have this transformation and broken free of these cages that once held us. We now are saying, can't make this shit up, guys. I write my story. I am no longer the victim. I am no longer giving my power to anybody else. This is my story. This is my way. I'm going to create the best ending possible. There's your key. You unlocked it. Now it's time to start journaling, writing down your thoughts, your ideas, your dreams, anything that you feel like you are getting messages from. That way, as time goes on, you can actually look back and find things that they've given you a little insight on before that maybe you forgot about. Working through the everyday world for this tender embrace. Elephants know each other. They feel, they touch, they talk. You've ever watched them when they greet it is so beautifully soulful. Like, elephants are one of my favorites. I love how they work. They work as a strong family unit. The women, because it's a matriarch, the grandmother, who walks with the family, gives them guidance, shows mamas how to take care of the baby, shows mama what she needs to do to walk through this all. So that way when it comes time and it's her time to transition over to the other side, that she knows that her daughter, her grandchildren, and so on and so forth will continue on being strong, knowing their past, knowing what to do. This is beautiful, you guys. This is a union for sure. This could be a few different unions, but for sure a very strong union of yourself, your inner balance, your powers. Finding that gentle sovereignty, knowing how to be strong, knowing when to use it, but for the most part, you're pretty chill and just kind of going your path. You meet somebody else, you're not there to try to tear them down. You're there to actually figure out who they are. With number 22. Telling you guys, I cannot make these things up. Where's that other one that we were seeing? Here you are. 22. Taking action. Finding your power. Stepping through. I'm so proud of you all. Like, this is fantastic. Yes, there's some shit through here, but I'm not going to tell you all the grim and gross, and I'm going to give you what you need. I'm going to give you that understanding that, what's that? That's me. But knowing that, yes, that life is shitty. We all know that. We've gone through some deep crap. All of us. But I don't need to remind you that. My job here is to share with you the other side of it. The hope. The knowing that even through the heaviest of energies, the worst storms, there's always hope that will help you through. Ooh, bless me. There's always a better opportunity. We just need to stand strong against the extremities of the outside world. Stay within our balance of ourselves. Know that there is going to be a time that those struggles are going to shift. And once they do, we start doing our work. We start working through these energies. We start to become stronger. We start to have richer soil to stand within, to plant our ideas, to bear our main ideas, to walk our divine purpose, to come together and stay strong, you guys. But you are doing fantastic. Oh, bless me. I'm super proud of you all. I'm wishing you much love and light and a more bountiful 2021, as I posted through my Facebook, and I'll try to throw it up on YouTube as well for the channel here and for my followers. And if this resonates, please like, share, and help me grow this, because this is my purpose. My purpose is to help you guys through. And the more people we can get in, the more people we can reach, the more people we get to help. It's not just me doing this, it's that web of life. It's all of us as a tribe guiding each other. If you know somebody that you're like, this came to mind, that one person, send it over to them. What's the harm? It's their choice whether they choose to watch it or not. But I am super proud of you all. I am so happy to see the work you've all been doing throughout 2020. 2021 is going to bring us better in all areas. It is going to be better in all areas of life tenfold. And I'm going to remind you this again, to say it to yourselves, even in your struggles. 2021 is going to be better in all areas of life tenfold. And you'll start to see these shifts take place. Stand in that power of knowing it. You are strong enough to do this. You can get it going. Despite what anybody else says, that's theirs. That's their wand to carry, not yours. I'm so proud of you guys. I'm wishing you much love and light and peace, beauty, and just having some joy through 2021, starting with January, taking that deep breath and doing the let go, so we can start to pull this good stuff in. I love you all. Again, much love and light. Have a fantastic day, Soul Tribe. And we'll talk together. Talk to each other. I cannot talk. We'll talk to each other later. Take care. Bye.